Hi guys, AzureAce here and welcome back to the Heart Headlines, where today we have something very interesting to discuss. Indeed we do. We have supposed leaked details about development for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now that in itself sounds very interesting. I know you guys will probably get hyped just hearing that, but I just want to say now, take this with a massive grain of salt. None of this is confirmed. None of this, there's no sort of way any of this looks like it can happen, but you know, I'm a skeptic at heart, so I am obviously going to be skeptical about this, especially considering it's Kingdom Hearts 3. But let's just get right into these leaked details. So on Twitter there was a writer of a Spanish website called Jose Strife, I'm guessing it's Jose Strife, but he has said a number of things about Kingdom Hearts 3 that have been leaked to him by various sources. So the first thing is very interesting if it does happen to be true. Release date is targeted now to March 2018. It could be delayed if there are problems in development. Now, March 2018, my god, that would be utterly just insane if that happened. But like I said, I'm a skeptic at heart. I do not think that this is going to be the case. Maybe like late 2018, November, December time, but there's no way it's going to come out in March unless they do March for Japan, and then we get the whole Square Be Fair thing and we'll get it later on in the year, which would be terrible. The next thing he says here is development team is using assets, always subject to change. This is obvious and is, you know, a given in any game's development, not just Kingdom Hearts 3. So the next thing he says is, as Nomura stated, there are certain playable zones and the game should be fully playable in August. Now, of course, Nomura did state that there are a few worlds completely finished, there's a few worlds they are doing right now, but there are also worlds that, you know, they haven't even touched upon yet. So that's very interesting, and if the game's going to be fully playable by this August, we might be, you know, expecting a Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. That would be insane, even though like 0.2 is basically the Kingdom Hearts 3 demo, but that would be utterly out of this world if they made a Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. Don't think it will happen, but that's a very interesting note he made. Now the next thing that has been stated is very contradictory as to what Nomura and co have said in the past. Jose says they're working on redoing PS2 assets, possibly for returning worlds. Now the reason I'll say it's contradictory is that Nomura said he is not using past areas in worlds that are already confirmed to be in Kingdom Hearts 3 that have been in games in the past. So, you know, Olympus is completely new. People are, you know, misunderstanding that this means, you know, why is Twilight Town got areas that have already been in Kingdom Hearts before? Well, the reason for that is Nomura said it's only going to be Disney worlds, not Kingdom Hearts exclusive worlds. So that's why we're seeing areas already in Twilight Town that have been in the game in the past. So that's very weird, and they're working on redoing PS2 assets. That really I don't think is true at all, because Nomura said he's having to create the models from scratch. Yes, he did state that the PS2 assets and the PS2 models are being used as a reference, but it doesn't mean they're redoing the PS2 assets entirely. So that's why I think that's a bit more not believable. The next thing he says is the zones already developed for Kingdom Hearts 3 look very beautiful. That is obvious. I mean, looked amazing back a year ago. The next thing he says is when a new build is done and Nomura checks it, he wants it to be better in certain aspects. He wants the game to have very good quality of standards. Now that's obvious for like any game. The next thing he says is Kingdom Hearts 3 is a challenging development because of all the content they have to work. Levels, animations, models, and it's a very slow process. Now this is obvious, going back to what Nomura said very recently on the development update for Kingdom Hearts 3. He said that Kingdom Hearts 3 still, unfortunately, has a long way to go before it can be, you know, in any sort of full playable condition. And then after all of this stuff, Jose Strife himself replied to this Reddit post, and this is what he has to say. Hi, I'm that guy. Just to clarify, The info is coming from a verified source who told me about some inside info. I've posted on my Twitter account some details or announcements in the past before they were announced. They were true. For example, and I'm going to put up on the screen right now, he has 2 tweets right here confirming a couple of things that were actually true, like The Last of Us 2. That was revealed at PSX. That was true, so that's rather interesting that he got that right. And also he predicted that there will be another Fire Emblem game in 2018, which is true. There's a new main series Fire Emblem game coming in 2018. He also states that there's a new Animal Crossing and a new Metroid game in the style of Prime coming in 2018 as well, but they have yet to be confirmed. He then goes on to say, I have more things, but I'm too busy to search right now. I wouldn't say this info is a leak, just some info from a verified source. Take with a grain of salt, it's fair to don't trust some Spanish guy, and I don't want any problem. I love this Reddit. I don't know anything more, please don't ask about more details, that's all I know. Now, I'm gonna say, even if this is all not true, these kind of leakers, I guess you could call them, I like these kind of leakers. The leakers who, you know, acknowledge this info may not be true, you know, take it with a grain of salt instead of just straight up saying, this is true info, and then it turns out to be false info. So, if this info does turn out to be true, oh boy, 2017 is going to be some year for Kingdom Hearts 3. This is going to be absolutely insane. A lot of definitely amazing things happening. Possible release date, possible demo. There's a lot of great stuff here, but that is basically the leaks video. I personally am on the fence about it. I think some of them are very believable, but I think some of them are not as believable. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, because we are still in the period of winter and that does not end till March comes. And we have been confirmed we're going to get some winter announcements this year for Kingdom Hearts 3, now that 2.8 is out of the way. So, if you guys like this video, if you guys think this is, you know, true information or false information, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Share this amongst your friends. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.